What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Today we have Florda. She's a psychotherapist. So let's sit down with her and see what she's got for us. Hey, what's going on, guys? Please join me in welcoming Florda here. Florda, how you doing?
Hi Jay, thanks for having me.
Of course. So we'll get started with a little bit of your background. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school? So maybe one question at a time. So go ahead.
Absolutely. So I'm Albanian.
Okay.
And early childhood was spent in Albania, and then I immigrated here with my parents and my sister. And by here I mean PA. In terms of education, I pursued a bachelor's in psychology through University of the Sciences, and I still stayed in the Philly area and pursued a master's in family therapy at Thomas Jefferson University.
So what is your official title?
So I'm essentially a mental health clinician or psychotherapist.
Okay.
But I went to school for a master's in marriage and family therapy. So my license is in marriage and family therapy.
Okay. I think the reason I wanted to ask that first because what intrigued you to go into this field?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. I think I wanted to find a way to help people.
Okay.
But I also enjoyed understanding things at a deeper level and solving puzzles and things that maybe are not as obvious.
Okay.
And psychology, it was always intriguing in that way. It helps me understand the mind, the puzzles of the brain, helping people reach goals that perhaps in the moment when they're thinking about reaching a goal seems too difficult to achieve.
Okay.
And helping them do that really inspired me to go into that field.
Got you. So what is like the pathway to this field? Like I know you said you have a bachelor's and your master's, but exactly what did you major in, and did you have to get certification? Like kind of the nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah, the field is very broad.
Okay.
So you can pursue many different professions within the field. So you can go towards earning a PhD or a PsyD, where there's more opportunities to be involved in research, or you can stick to a master's and focus on more of the application of the theory of psychology in a clinical world.
Okay.
So in terms of what route I chose was the route where I get to work more with clients and people and apply the theories that I'm learning, and you need at least a master's to pursue that. Once you've achieved that master's, then you are working towards your licensure. In order to earn your licensure, you have to earn a certain amount of hours, like clinical hours, spending with patients or clients.
Okay.
There's an exam that you have to take, and you apply to the board, which is the regulating body for our profession, and hope for the best.
And then what is the freedom after getting licensed yourself?
Once you get your license, you can do things like have more opportunities to teach, supervise professionals who also want to enter that field.
Understood.
And you can then pursue other sort of what we call continuing education credits to develop more specialized skills that go beyond perhaps the degree that you've earned. So working with specific populations, such as veterans or military service members, working with individuals who have experienced psychological trauma through the additional training.
So like the way a therapy session would go, how does a therapy session go? If I don't know if you can share that or not, but like are there a specific set of questions you ask? I'm kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of what you do on a daily basis at this point.
Jay, are you trying to change your career?
No, I'm just asking. Say I'm sitting in front of you, I would think that you would ask me specific questions to kind of understand, what the issues may be. So that's kind of where I'm kind of headed into. How do you determine that, and why do you determine what you determine?
Yeah, I think there's different types of therapy modalities one can practice, so it depends on who you're asking. There's ones that are very manualized, so there's a list of questions that we have to ask, and then there's protocols about which homework to assign or things that they need to practice to improve whatever aspect of their lives they want to improve. However, a lot of therapy modalities are not so standardized or manualized. So it depends on the moment. So there's no real structure or rigidity, but essentially what we're looking for is what's causing this person pain, what's keeping this person stuck, and asking questions about what's getting in the way, and understanding, you know, how much insight they already have about what's getting in the way.
I see.
And if they don't have that insight, then we have to take a step back and help them gain that insight.
What made you choose family therapy?
Yeah, I think I started off by thinking about what setting I wanted to work in, and perhaps what specialties I wanted to focus on. And I realized that I do have this tendency of questioning not just what's going on for the individual, but, you know, how are they interacting with others. And I also had a passion with working with couples.
Okay.
So the program that I chose was a program that will help me develop the skills I need to work with more than one person in a room.
Gotcha.
And it was less about, you know, if I choose this path, how much money am I going to make? Or if I choose this path, am I not going to be covered by insurance?
Okay.
It was more so following that passion.
Let's kind of move forward a little bit with your day-to-day, and I know you do a lot of different things. So what does your day-to-day look like, and, you know, how much of it is your actual being with clients and how much of it is the background work? Because I'm assuming there is a lot of background work that you have to put into it, right? Okay.
Absolutely. So I have multiple jobs.
Okay.
So my day-to-day varies. That's on purpose. I've accepted essentially how I am professionally and then how my brain works, and that is I need variety in order to be successful.
Okay.
So I set myself up in a way where there's always variety to my day. So part of my day involves assessments. So evaluating patients or clients, if they need to get a psychiatric evaluation, we get a diagnosis.
Okay.
If I want to assess the severity of their symptoms, so if they're feeling depressed, what's the severity of their depression? Other parts of my job include being a program coordinator at the Couple and Family Therapy program at Thomas Jefferson University, which is the same program I graduated from.
Okay.
So years later, they hired me. And that one is more administrative.
Okay.
So essentially helping run the programs, meeting their accreditation goals, making sure students have the courses and curriculum that they need, making sure that we're collecting the data we need that essentially shows that we're setting up students for success after they graduate. So working with faculty members, supervisors, and then my clinical work is at Council for Relationships.
Okay.
And there I see individuals, couples, and families. I will say 50% of my work is seeing clients.
Okay.
The rest is assessments for research studies at University of Pennsylvania, Mood and Anxiety Department. And the other part is through Jefferson, doing more administrative work.
What is the most enjoyable part of all the jobs?
I would say, maybe this is obvious, but definitely it feels really fulfilling to see clients feel better, reach their goals, or feel like they're a step or two closer to reaching their goal. Yeah, I think that's the most fulfilling. Also, just watching young professionals develop the skills they need to practice in the field in the future and being part of that process. Like hearing a student say, you know, I really am enjoying this class or this lecture, just makes you feel good.
So I'm going to kind of talk about what is the least enjoyable part of your job. Like if you were to warn someone that's watching this, like, hey, if you don't like doing this, don't get into this, what would that be?
So I don't know if there's something that will make me want to warn anybody. I think my least favorite aspect, which whether you're in the healthcare field or not, is paperwork. Okay. It's important, but paperwork is my least favorite. And answering a lot of emails. I'm more of a phone call or in-person
Gotcha.
type of individual.
Well, the next thing I want to ask you is, were there any surprising things that you didn't expect in this career that happened that you want to talk about?
Perhaps early on, just realizing that the field is limitless in a way.
Okay.
And there's so many options in terms of what type of therapy you want to pursue, what population you want to work with, and also limitless in a sense that you don't necessarily have to go for a doctorate degree.
Okay.
To help people.
What is your career goal? Or are you living your career goal?
I want to think big picture.
Okay.
And my career goal, my goals towards like further developing in my career are not necessarily specific to me. Okay. But I'm thinking about what can I do that can cause some type of impact. Mm-hmm. And I think the idea of, people being more interdependent. Okay. Because I think there's a huge gap between being dependent and independent, and the struggle of like, am I too dependent on someone or am I not independent enough? But how can we work together and build connections and rely on others? One of the difficult things that I try to overcome, but I think it's still one of my flaws, is asking for help. Okay. And maybe that's pride, or I don't know what it might be, but essentially being interdependent means being able to ask for help and receive help. And you don't have to achieve everything on your own. There's other people that can help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve.
Okay, last question. Did I miss anything that you would want you ask yourself in this in Let's Ask?
So focus on how can I prepare myself for future opportunities, because the rewards don't come automatically. So let me learn so I can cultivate the skills that I want to have as a therapist, and then the opportunities will present themselves and I'll be ready.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, Florda, I really appreciate your time, and that will be the end of the interview.
Thank you so much, Jay.
All right. If you are interested in a specific career path or know someone who'd like to be interviewed, please email us at askalutely@gmail.com. That's basically absolutely without the BS.